Hi, my name is Tom Farb-Horch, CEO of Thrive Bioscience. Prior to founding Thrive, I started 17 companies. I've had 7 unicorns or multi-billion dollar exits, almost all in AI and life sciences and the intersection. I've also been on the investing side. I've been general partner of a large international venture capital and private equity firm. And then I started a fund in China with the city of Shanghai as my sole investor. I've run some small and intermediate sized public pharmaceutical companies, but what I really like to do is start companies. And my most recent one, Thrive Bioscience, I've raised $40 million. Our funding has mostly been from angel groups, 7 angel groups, but by far the most from family offices. And we have the Estee Lauder family, the KP Chow family from Hong Kong, the Parker Brothers family. They make the game Monopoly, and they had sold to General Mills. I'm kind of a RESI baby. The very first conference I went to was right after starting Thrive in 2014. I've raised $40 million, and I don't think I could have done the vast majority of it without RESI. I'm very appreciative for what they provide, but I also learned you have to take advantage, and you get sometimes what you put in. Thank you.
Thanks, Tom. Well, so maybe starting with you, because one of the things in your intro that stood out is that so you raised $40 million to date with your current company, Thrive Bioscience. What was your experience like at RESI in the past and securing investment from investors that you met there? Could you share a little bit more about that?
I've been to many of them, probably 1 or 2 or 3 per year. I think it takes a lot of persistence, and sometimes culturally, it's hard to be as persistent if you're not American as Americans can be. It does take a certain level of aggressiveness and taking advantage of what's available at these conferences. So the panels that you have at the RESI conferences are incredible. There's angel investing. They're on family office investing, corporate venture capital investing. And I was always surprised. I would always sit in the front row, have my cards ready, and as soon as it was over, I would run up with my 1-pager and a card to the panelists. I was often one of few. So as I mentioned, a lot of times you get what you put into something and how you take advantage of those resources. I found it a great way to meet individuals. I raised in a fairly short period of time, less than a year and a half, over $7 million. That's not including amounts that have come from those investors who've introduced me to other investors. We're probably at about half of the 40 million. So I have found you can't just go to one conference and expect that you're going to raise everything. Investors often need to see you and see you several times and kind of be comfortable with you. Definitely having a poster was a great opportunity to stand in front of that and have people come to you. Also having the opportunity to present has been helpful. I've used the database to send out contacts and to see kind of who knows who and at least identify the companies, and then through LinkedIn find a way to have a warm introduction. And finally, I think the staff of Life Science Nation is a resource. And I don't think that most take advantage of it, but I would ask many of you for your input. And sometimes you would provide that input voluntarily. You need to listen, and we all need to listen. So those are a few of my experiences with RESI over 10 years.
Great. Thank you so much for your input, Tom, and congratulations on your success.